Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation today. Give me a call on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. What's on Your Mind is brought to you by Tireman's Auto Garage, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Hicks and Boss Drug Store, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Gary's Auto Sales, and Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping. Okay, couple things here on my list today. So, I guess this is kind of just you wonder how was this allowed to take place? And I'm referring to the robbery, the heist, however you want to refer to it, at the Louvre Museum in Paris this yesterday, where and I forget the number of thieves there were, a targeted theft where apparently they got into the museum disguised as carpenters or construction workers, that they went in through a window up on one of the higher floors and got away with, well, I think it was they either targeted 9 or 10 pieces of jewelry that go back to the 1800s or later even, part of the monarchs at the time crown and other jewels. Crown reportedly worn by Napoleon's wife at one point. So they targeted just a few things. They dropped one of them on the way out on their escape, and so, got away with less. But they were in and out within, 7 minutes, I heard? I understand. So, I don't know. They're looking at all angles. Was this an inside job? Did they have inside information? How well did they case it? Is it, were they hired by somebody else? Are they going to possibly dismantle the jewels and melt down the metals and fence them? Or, I guess they found the motorbikes that they got away on. But other than that, what do you think about this heist on there? So remember, the Louvre was back, I think it was 1911. There was another heist that was very famous, and where they stole the Mona Lisa. Of course, that was eventually found. I forget how much later, years later, but it was found. So we could chat about that. Just the planning that would have had to have taken place. And I don't know, the nerve to do that in broad daylight. I don't know. All righty. So we are approaching the fourth week of the U.S. government shutdown. So come Wednesday, we'll start the fourth week of that shutdown. No end in sight. Some betting markets are starting to take odds, I guess. And right now, I guess the odds are saying mid-November before we get a resolution to that. We could talk about, I know this is well after the fact at this point in time, but the Steelers' Thursday night loss to the Cincinnati Bengals 33-31. Just what the heck happened to the defense? Just absolutely, going up against the worst rushing team in the league, and they walked all over the defense. We can talk about that. And, I've heard some pretty bad records as far as Mike Tomlin is on Thursday Night Football, especially with AFC Central teams within his own division. So just not a good. Here it was. We were looking at, what was it? Was it 4-1? Maybe just getting caught up in it, saying, hey, you know what? Things might not be so bad this year. It's looking good. We're going to be playing Cincinnati. That should be another win there. We start, and if we can do good with Green Bay, well, really things are, and then they do the typical Tomlin trap game where they can't do anything right on that. So we can chat about that if you want. Keeping with sports, the LA Dodgers swept the Milwaukee Brewers 4-0 to make a return visit to the World Series. Their opponent, well, that's going to be, I believe tonight will be decided, Toronto and Seattle. They are tied at 3 games apiece. So that gets back into play tonight. We'll find out who is in the World Series. Let's see here. What else? All right, the New York City mayor's race. We're down to about 3 weeks from the race. And Zoran Mondani, he is the, he says he's a socialist Democrat, or a democratic socialist. A lot of people say, get rid of the Democrat part. He's just plain old socialist. And one of his opponents, Andrew Cuomo, is the one that's saying that a lot. So Zoran Mondani, he is on the Democrat ballot. He's the Democrat on the ballot. In the most recent poll, he's up 43.2% of likely voters are going to go for Mondani. In second place, former New York governor and now independent Andrew Cuomo is sitting at 98.9%. And Republican candidate Curtis Sliwa, he's the founder of Angel. I can't kind of a, not a vigilante. That's its own different term, but an organization, Guardian Angels. There you go. Brought together back in the 90s or maybe even before to help with, neighborhood watch type of thing. Anyway, he's sitting at 19.4%. Well, Curtis Sliwa now he's being pressed into dropping out of the race. And the reason being is the same poll taken without Curtis Sliwa in it. The picture has changed. So you have Zoran Mondani, 44.6%. So his percentage went up a little bit. Andrew Cuomo's went up a lot to 40.7%. So he's within or close to the margin of error in that race now. And that still leaves about, 17% undecided. So what do you think? Should Curtis Sliwa drop out of the race? He says he's not going to. But do you think he should drop out of the race? Or do you think, hey, if New York wants to hire a socialist to run their city and give away free bus rides and open up city grocery stores and tax those making $1 million or more even more money, so be it. Let the city of New York wither away and collapse. It serves them right. What do you think about all of that? So I know it really doesn't affect you and I here in southwestern Pennsylvania, what happens in the New York City mayor's race, but it could have far-reaching long-term effects, right? So in a way, yes, it does affect you. And so what do you think? The No Kings marches were held across the country on Saturday. Here in Uniontown was no exception. Organized to protest Donald Trump and his administration. What do you think about these protest marches? Do you pay any attention to them? What are your feelings about these marches? Are they a good thing? Are they a joke? Are they valuable? Are they making a difference? What do you think? You know, a lot of it is when they say no kings, well, they say, well, you know, the United States doesn't have kings. We got rid of kings back in 1776. So we don't have kings. And they also talk about free speech. Well, you know, okay, here's one good thing maybe though. And let me rephrase that. They say they're for free speech. And, well, so am I. I assume you are as well. So why am I not there? And why are you not there? Well, because I find it interesting that there they are protesting, assembling, and nobody's stopping them. They're out there saying what they want. Some of them, maybe not necessarily Saturday, because I didn't go by. I didn't hear anything. But in the past, I have driven past. I've driven past that assembly, that protest in past ones. And I have seen some posters that, well, not necessarily nice. Some, well, could be argued calling for violence. So, but nobody's stopping them. So where is it that you say there's a free speech problem? And if there was a king of the United States, if there was a dictator, do you really think you'd have been able to have your protest? So I do find it interesting that they're protesting that which they're partaking in. So your thoughts on the No Kings? I wanted to bring up something else that took place, though, this Saturday. It came to my attention. One of the attendees at Saturday's No Kings rally down at Five Corners here and at Main, Fayette, and Mount Vernon there, you know, where all the flags are, Marshall Plaza. One of the attendees was John Schoner. Now, John Schoner, he is a candidate for the Uniontown City Council. And a picture was taken of him holding a membership card where it says official member Antifa, George C. Marshall Chapter, Uniontown, Pennsylvania. There's some other wording there that it's too blurred for me to pass on to you. But but he's holding a Antifa membership card. It's made the rounds. I don't know if you could say it's gone viral, but I think it's gone viral in the Uniontown area, Fayette County. So Mr. Schoner issued a statement on his Facebook page, his campaign Facebook page, and he posted it yesterday. And he says, and this is taken directly off of his page, so quote, "Yesterday, I joined many neighbors at the No Kings rally to support free speech and community engagement. A lighthearted moment, a novelty card I was handed was photographed and shared online without context. Unfortunately, that image has been misunderstood and used to stir division. To be clear, I don't support any group that promotes hate or violence. My record speaks for itself." Well, I don't know what your record is, Mr. Schoner. So I can't speak to that. I can't look at that. I don't know what your record is, if you have one. And it's all well and good that you don't support a group that promotes hate or violence. But yet you chose to mug for the camera, holding up this card. I don't care. I don't care if it was a novelty card or not. Antifa, whether you like it or not, has been declared a domestic terrorist group by President Donald Trump and the Justice Department. They are under investigation to find out where their funding is coming from. I think it was in very poor judgment for you to even consider accepting your quote-unquote novelty card. Now, Gary Altman, who's one of his opponents in the upcoming city council race here in Uniontown, he responded to the picture by saying, quote, "It's understandable that Mr. Schoner was trying to make a joke. Unfortunately, Antifa is not a joke." All we need to do is we need to look at what's happened in the past in Portland, Oregon, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, up in Minneapolis. And we get to see up close what Antifa is all about. So I think Mr. Schroeder, he might well try to brush this off as being lighthearted and a novelty. But he's showing off for the camera with it. I don't think Uniontown wants somebody that supports Antifa to be part of city council, however he feels about what he can and can't do to help the city. My concern is being a fan of Antifa does not cut it in my book. So your thoughts on that and any other things I brought up, or if you've got something on your own you want to chat about, by all means, give me a buzz on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. I really ought to take a break right now because I'm behind schedule, but we're going to get a phone call in first. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon.
Hi there.
Hey, these Democrats with these suits for these, they'll just go to the White House and say, hold up signs. Democrats, please come back to do your job. And then they could get something done. It's just a bunch of, if they could come up with something more constructive to help like poor people or knit shirts or do something for people that need things done instead of sit there and I didn't get my invitation to get out there, and I didn't know what was all about at first for like a week, and then how they had all end up with the same color red, white, and blue paint and all these gags and all around the world. It's just so deconstructive and so lame brain. And
Mark, I'm sorry, I'm lost. Are you referring to the No Kings marches or what?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's just kids can, there's so many more things they could do. Go to soup kitchens, help cook, go help needy people.
All right.
It's totally ridiculous.
All right, Mark.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
okay.
Thanks for your call. Appreciate it.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, I do have to take a quick little break now to the caller on line 2. You're going to be first up right after this.
Shopping for replacement windows in Fayette County? Metropolitan Window Company elevates your shopping experience.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, a family-owned and operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you'll experience personalized knowledge, expertise, and professionalism from our first visit to your home until our craftsmen complete your installation.
We're the window company that people want in their homes, and our exclusive Infinity by Marvin 100% fiberglass windows are the windows people love.
They're built for life. They are the strongest, longest-lasting windows you can buy.
We have a great selection of colors and finishes. We service the entire Fayette County area and will come to your home. Visit us at metropolitanwindows.com or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
For professional cleaning services, Clean and Shine in New Stanton is the place for you. They provide commercial and residential cleaning, porter services, carpet cleaning, stripping and waxing, construction cleanups, and car cleaning. For free estimates, call 724-691-0413, email info@cleanandshine14.org, or visit their website, cleanandshine14.org. We clean so you can shine.
Concerned about your heart health? At WVU Medicine, we believe your heart deserves world-class care, close to home and always within reach. Our non-invasive cardiology team uses advanced tests like stress tests and cardiac MRI to diagnose and monitor heart conditions without surgery. Call 877-WVU, the number 4HRT, or visit wvumedicine.org/heart.
My name is Patrick Mahoney, and I'm running for South Union Township Supervisor for one reason: to serve our community, not to profit from it. As a lifelong resident, a local business owner, and a volunteer, I understand the everyday challenges that we face in our township. I believe public office is a public trust. As Township Supervisor, I will fight for open, honest government, responsible spending, and decisions that put people, not my personal business interests, first. On November 4th, vote for me, Patrick Mahoney, for South Union Township Supervisor.
Paid for by friends of Patrick Mahoney.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Bortz Jr.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
WNBS. Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes. It is Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. Let's get back to line 2, shall we? Hello, thanks for holding, and welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, Mr. Rhodes, how you doing, bud?
Good, John, yourself?
Wonderful day in the neighborhood. Hey, listen, just an opinion.
Yeah.
I think that the more Antifa people in the world, the better. Being an anti-fascist, in my opinion, is a very positive thing. If you're not anti-fascist, does that mean that you're pro-fascism?
That's not the case at all, John, and I think you know that. I think where I draw the line is when violence and vandalism gets
okay.
put
Well,
into
no,
the fray.
I'm not. I didn't call to advocate for violence or vandalism.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that the attitude and opinion of American citizens, I think, should be anti-fascist. Remember, you're a student of history, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember World War II. What was the ism that we were fighting against? That was fascism, correct?
Yeah, and Nazism.
Okay, exactly. So I think that you're kind of painting a lot of people with a very broad brush. I guess you could call me a card-carrying member of Antifa. I am very much opposed to fascism. I don't advocate violence. I don't advocate hurting people or burning things down or attacking the police as occurred during January 6th. Okay? Now that, in my view, was a fascist move on our government. The people that I saw protesting and demonstrating yesterday, I saw no violence.
No, and I didn't say there was violence yesterday. But,
okay, well,
but there has been in the past. And so no, John, I think it's okay. It's okay to be anti-fascist. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. But when a group that says they're against anti-fascists uses violence as a way to get their message across, well, then you, as a law-abiding American who is anti-fascist, needs to denounce Antifa for their use of violence.
Well, we haven't established. See, this is the problem. You're trying to attribute certain acts, violent acts, to a group of people, and I don't think that it's been established exactly who these folks are. You're tarring a lot of people with a very broad brush, and I think that when you look at the people who are, for example, wearing masks, snatching up people, breaking the windows of their cars, dragging them out of their automobiles, throwing them to the ground, deporting them, finding out later they were citizens of the United States, that is something that is real violence. That is something that is violence of the government against its citizens. That is what I believe Antifa is opposed to.
I don't necessarily disagree with you on that. I do believe that ICE is doing the job that they are supposed to be doing. They are getting illegal personnel out of this country. I don't always necessarily agree with the tactics. However, if you're going to go in that direction, so many people that are quote-unquote associated with Antifa, they themselves are wearing masks when they are demonstrating, when they are doing acts of vandalism and other forms of violence. So
how do you know?
You're putting them in the same category.
This begs the question. The people that are doing the violence and have the masks, how exactly are you established that they are members of Antifa? You know, there's a lot of provocateurs. There's a lot of people who go out to these rallies to incite violence, and their affiliations are not really that clear cut. So we don't know that.
Well, then I'm going to come back to you with January 6th. The same thing can be said there, John.
Oh, I think we knew. Those folks went to jail. No, they had their day in court. They had their due process. They were convicted.
And I would argue, no, they did not have their due process because they were not given bail. They were held for far longer than was necessary for justice for their day in court. So no, I would argue that no, they were not. They did not have their due process in a timely manner.
Many were convicted by jury of their peers. That's kind of how the legal system works in this country.
They were still held for a long time prior to court dates taking place and were denied bail.
Okay, so I ask you, in terms of violence against America, which is the worst example, January 6th or the 7 million people who demonstrated yesterday?
I think it's different things.
Well, I don't think it's different at all.
Okay.
I think it's one thing for people to express their opinions. Mm-hmm. This is a sacred.
Again, I have no problem with the No Kings marches, if you want to call them marches, or assemblies, protests, whatever, John. I have absolutely no problem. But when they say no kings, no tyrants, no dictators, and we're concerned about free speech, well, last I looked, we don't have a king. We don't have a dictator, and they had no problem whatsoever addressing their concerns in an open forum without threat of arrest.
Okay, refresh my memory, speaking of free speech. Refresh my memory. Which administration said you can never discuss CRT, critical race theory?
They never said that. They never said that. They never said that. They just said it can't be done in schools. It can't be done in schools. They can't be done in schools. And let's talk about the Biden administration with their Office of Misinformation.
You're getting off track.
No, I am not getting off track.
Yeah, we're talking about freedom. We're talking about freedom. We're talking about freedom of speech.
That absolutely went out there and tried to censor speech.
Who is the administration currently?
It's the Trump administration.
It's not Joe Biden.
No, it is not.
Okay, so which administration went to the Library of Congress and fired the head of the Library of Congress because they said she was too woke? Okay, which administration did that?
I don't know, John. I don't know, John.
Which administration went to the Smithsonian? Which administration went to the Smithsonian and said, "You folks got to quit talking about this slavery. We want to talk about happy stuff." Which administration went to Harper's Ferry and said, all this nonsense about slavery, we don't need to talk about that. We need to talk about happy talk. This is all controlled by the. This is all controlled.
No, John. Okay, John. I'm about ready to go on to another caller here.
Well, that's fine.
All right,
move on, my man. Have a good day.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Well, I would dearly love John Schoner to give us a definition of fascism. I would dearly love to hear his definition. And I bet you he can't. We fought World War II against fascism, against Nazism, and against the imperial nation of Japan and their warmongering imperialistic attitudes. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. I'm sorry to say.
Well, I don't know if he does or not, Frank. I
don't know if he does or not, but if he could give us a definition of fascism, then maybe there would be some groundwork that you could sort of figure out what he's trying to say. I'm a Democrat. I intend to remain a Democrat. I know what the Democratic Party has done for this country. And the Republicans have done some good things, too. I was talking to a friend of mine over the weekend who encouraged me to get down and honk the horn to support the No Kings rally. And I said, I remember a guy named Adlai Stevenson, two-term candidate for the presidency back in the 50s, who talked about a loyal opposition. That you can oppose what the administration is doing in a gentlemanly and mannerly and constructive way. Mm-hmm. Now, there are two overarching issues in Fayette County right now. One is the loss of Penn State Fayette campus, which is not coming back.
Right.
And number two is the destruction of the last intact neighborhood in Uniontown, which is Craig Meadows, and it's going to be destroyed, if the people let it, by the construction of a Dollar General. Mm-hmm. People on city council are very complacent about this, and we need to elect a couple new members of city council to stop this, because it will be the destruction of the last bit of the tax base in the city. And when I talk to people in power, it's a done deal. That's the answer I get. Mm-hmm. And that sort of tells me the fix is on for things that really don't take the taxpayers and the property holders into mind.
Right.
That putting a commercial property and, not only destroying the integrity of the neighborhood, but where's the traffic going to go? Mm-hmm. State law says you cannot have egress and exit from a commercial property onto a residential street. This has to be stopped. And I wish Mr. Schoner, who is a candidate for city council, would focus on these things rather than playing silly games down on Marshall Plaza, holding up an Antifa card, which, honest to God, if he had any political savvy, he would know this is a stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
And I can give you a definition of stupid, and that's it.
All right.
Okay, John.
And with that, Frank, I got to run. I got to get a break in. So I thank you for your call today.
Bye-bye.
Right, bye-bye. Hey, got to take a quick little break. To the caller again on line 2. Bear with me. I'll have you first up after this.
Hey all, it's Josh Krysak here again with Ron Romeo from Ultimate Structures. Ron, you're the expert. What advice would you offer someone looking to invest in a new shed or metal building?
First, the customer must validate if they meet local codes, no matter what type of structure they are thinking about. Both of the manufacturers that I represent want to be sure the structure is permitted to be built or placed on a specific property.
Makes sense. When you're ready to take your storage building game to the next level, call Ultimate Structures at 724-415-0020. Ultimate Structures, just outside of Perryopolis. They design what you desire. Visit them today at their mega lot on Route 51 southbound. Perryopolis. That's Ultimate Structures, 724-415-0020.
On Friday, October 24th from 6 to 8 p.m., the Fayette County African American History and Cultural Center will host a Black Business Reception at the East End United Community Center at 150 Cool Springs Street in Uniontown. This free public event will bring together Black business leaders from across Fayette County for an evening of networking, community building, and celebration. Guests can also enjoy door prizes, basket giveaways, and refreshments throughout the evening. To learn more or to register your business, email norma.thomas13@gmail.com or call 215-880-4718.
Say hello to fall. Your flair, your way. Strat, 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown, located in the State Farm Building rear. We're known for our distinguished Western, Southwest, and boho accessories, including custom and concealed carry handbags, but we offer a large variety of fashionable styles. And just refreshed for fall, we have an amazing selection of spiny oyster, turquoise, nickel silver, copper, and gemstone fun fashion jewelry. And we're so excited to bring you affordable indulgence. 24% lead crystals, wrapped in tarnish-free silver and gold wire for enhanced clarity, brilliance, and sparkle. These bracelets, pendants, earrings, and bands are stunning and show-stopping, to say the least. Strap, 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown, 724-557-6184. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 5. Not high-end, just nice-end. Strap, you're sure to adore us, and you'll love our prices.
Looking for a fireplace? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in fireplaces of all fuel types, such as gas, wood, pellet, and electric. We're now featuring Harmon pellet stoves from Forge and Flame, perfect for keeping your family warm and cozy. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to start planning for the winter season. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to make your house feel like home.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit georgedentalassociates.com today. That's georgedentalassociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Give me a call on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Talk Line, 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right.
Good.
Listen to your program. Like to comment.
Yes, sir. What's your name?
Pete.
Hey, Pete.
Okay, I agree with John 100%. I also agree a little bit with Frank.
Okay.
But I tell you, this country's upside down. And I'll tell you the definition to me, and I study history, what fascism is. And fascism is just what you're seeing in ICE. Massed on the streets trying to terrorize people without giving due process. And I'll tell you another thing. It was brought about by this president we have now. Because if you don't think January 6th was an insurrection, then something's wrong with your head. So that's my opinion. And thanks for letting me make it.
All right, Pete. Not a problem. So, all right. We'll go back to January 6th here real quick. Just real quick. President Trump, after his rally speech, he did urge his followers to go down to the Capitol to peacefully protest. And once things broke out, he did urge through his social media platforms to cease and desist. In the meantime, we have found out that the FBI had plainclothes agents in the crowd. They had informants in the crowd. Why were they there? We don't know really yet. We don't know. They were invited into the Capitol. Doors were held open. Some were given tours by the Capitol Police. So I'll say, so there are a lot of questions still about January 6th, and we are learning more and more about that. And I can go on, but we do have to go to our CBS News break. So the person on line one, give a call back in the next hour. We'll have time to chat. In the meantime, CBS News is next. This is WMBS Uniontown at the Tone. It is 2 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. The government shutdown is in its 20th day. Senate Majority Leader John Thune is expected to bring up a bill this week that would pay federal workers and military service members who have continued to work during the shutdown. But the House is still away from Washington, as Torian Small reports.
There is bipartisan backing, at least in this side of the Capitol, for that. The question is whether or not Speaker Johnson will call back his members to vote on such proposal. As of now, as it stands, he's pretty dug in on the fact that he's not willing to call them back until the clean continuing resolution that passed out of the House is passed out of the Senate. And if that doesn't happen, it's unlikely that any of this would see much success.
President Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff, and Jared Kushner are in Israel today after weekend violence threatened the peace plan for Gaza. CBS's Deborah Patta.
An Israeli security official had said aid would be halted, but today we're hearing that will not be the case, and I imagine that will be a key issue as top U.S. negotiators try to keep the peace process on track.
Israel says the Red Cross has received the body of another hostage from Hamas. School officials in Uvalde, Texas are attempting to chart a new course as Legacy Elementary School opens for the first time. It will house 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders and attempt to push past the tragedy of Robb Elementary School, where 19 students and 2 teachers were gunned down in 2022. Superintendent Ashley Colas.
We're just blessed to have this day and to be here to observe it with them in our hearts.
CBS's Deborah Rodriguez reports there's fresh evidence that newer guidelines for avoiding peanut allergies are working.
A new study in the journal Pediatrics finds the number of allergic cases in kids has dropped sharply since experts began recommending parents introduce their infants to peanuts. That followed a landmark trial 10 years ago that found babies could cut their chances of developing an allergy by more than 80%. Since the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases shifted recommendations 2 years later, the just-released research finds the rate of peanut allergies in children under 3 has plummeted 43%.
Amazon said its cloud computing service is recovering from a major outage that disrupted online activity around the world. David Deragadis is a cybersecurity expert.
Think of it as the digital phone book. It allows you to type in a website and it routes traffic to the appropriate place. It sounds from Amazon there was an issue with how sites were being routed.
The service provides remote computing services to many apps, websites, and governments. On Wall Street, stocks are higher. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
My name is Patrick Mahoney, and I'm running for South Union Township Supervisor for one reason: to serve our community, not to profit from it. As a lifelong resident, a local business owner, and a volunteer, I understand the everyday challenges that we face in our township. I believe public office is a public trust. As Township Supervisor, I will fight for open, honest government, responsible spending, and decisions that put people, not my personal business interests, first. On November 4th, vote for me, Patrick Mahoney, for South Union Township Supervisor.
Paid for by friends of Patrick Mahoney.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or,
Hi, come on in. How are you feeling?
when you see doctors Paul Hartley and Mary Beth Riley, plus nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckart, and Stacy Morris, you get one-on-one personal professional health care serving the area for over 3 decades. If you're looking for a primary care doctor, call Doctors Hartley and Riley at 724-437-1109 or online at ppcp.org. Or
serving number 3,944.
Series, there will be a 7th and deciding game tonight. Here's Steve Kathan.
The Mariners won the first 2 games of the series in Toronto, but failed to clinch it in last night's loss to the Blue Jays north of the border. Seattle manager Dan Wilson.
This is a team that has done the little things all season. It's also a team that has bounced back a lot, and this is a chance for us to do that again.
Toronto will send former Cy Young Award winner Shane Bieber to the mound.
It'll be no different than the other games of this series. It's it's an opportunity for every single one of us to go out there and do what we can to win.
The winner will take on the Los Angeles Dodgers in the World Series, which starts Friday night. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Weight Watchers is partnering with Amazon to deliver medications including injectable obesity treatments. Weight Watchers customers can now check whether the medications are in stock and have them delivered using Amazon Pharmacy. I'm Cammie McCormick, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant Dieter. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It is 2:05. It is partly to mostly cloudy and 55 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Injured call today for your free consultation, 724-437-2799. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano, sports and weather in just a bit. Officials are investigating after a man was found dead outside of a shopping center in Washington County Sunday morning. South Strabane Township police were called to the Trinity Point Shopping Center around 4:30 a.m. following reports of a man down. Employees of a business arrived to open for the day when they found the man on the sidewalk. Officers said the man was pronounced dead at the scene. He was later identified as 62-year-old Jude Cassidy of Washington. A preliminary investigation indicates Cassidy had a medical episode which caused his death. Anyone with information should call police. One person was injured in a house fire in Westmoreland County today. Crews were called to a home in the 500 block of Spring Street in Latrobe around 9:30 this morning. One person was taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation. No further information has been released. Close to 2 million Pennsylvanians will not receive their SNAP benefits next month due to the government shutdown. The Department of Human Services announced Friday that benefits will not be distributed until the shutdown is over and federal funds are released to the state. Even though benefits are currently held up, the department says new SNAP program requirements will still take effect on November 1st. Anyone in need of food assistance is encouraged to call 211 or visit feedingpa.org. A new study from tech company Intuit says Gen Z is mixing their financial anxiety with their dating habits. Here's more from Mark Mayfield.
The study, titled The Cuffing Economy, found that nearly 1 in 3 Gen Z singles are going on dates just for the free meal. Research shows that the trend isn't new, with researchers dubbing such dates foodie calls back in 2019. Meanwhile, the Cuffing Economy report found that over half of Gen Z daters say they cut back on dating because of financial pressure. That's the highest of any generation. I'm Mark Mayfield.
WMBS time is 2:08. We'll check sports and weather after this.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
Be prepared for bone-chilling winter weather. Have Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning install a Bryant high-efficiency furnace in your home to replace that old worn-out system you now have. Choose Bryant's Plus 90 gas furnace or other quality heating system to keep yourself and your family warm and toasty this winter. Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning will also keep your present furnace running at peak efficiency with their 15-point safety check and cleaning. Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning today for your appointment. 724-439-2323. That's Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, Monday Night Football wrapping up Week 7 tonight. A pair of games on the slate. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are at the Detroit Lions. That's at 7 o'clock. And that'll be followed by the Houston Texans visiting the Seattle Seahawks at 10. And we'll have both of those games tonight here on WMBS. Penguins, they'll be back on the ice tomorrow night. They'll host the Vancouver Canucks at PPG Paints Arena. Pens are 4-2 on the young season. We'll have the game tomorrow night at 7 here on WMBS.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
The Weather Watch is being brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Call Nate at 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more. Get a free quote now.
Clouds and sun the rest of the afternoon, 59 for the high. Mainly clear tonight, a slight chance of a shower, 45. Cloudy tomorrow with a slight chance of a shower and 62. Right now, partly to mostly cloudy and 55 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 2:10 on this Monday afternoon. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes here on WMBS.
The Weather Watch has been brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Nate is there for you. Call 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
For the best lunch spot in town, visit Titlow Tavern and Grill on West Main Street in Uniontown. Serving up lunch including daily specials and daily dinner specials, including Wednesday pasta and parm nights with chicken parm for $15 and veal parm for $19. And half-priced apps and $1 off drinks during happy hour Tuesday through Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. and Saturday from 9 to 10. Titlow's is also booking private parties. Call them today, 724-437-6749, or order online.
Are you looking for personalized healthcare you can trust? At Montgomery Medical, they're accepting new patients.
Hi, I'm Dr. Betty Thomas. Having a primary care provider means better overall health, from preventative care to managing chronic conditions. We're here to support you every step of the way.
That's right. Hi, I'm Jenna Lutzka, a physician assistant. Plus, we have same-day appointments and walk-in same-day care available too. We're here for you.
Join the Montgomery Medical family today by calling 724-569-8100 to schedule your appointment. A family tradition of family medicine.
Take the Fact Bus.
Caring for an aging parent or a loved one with medical needs? Fact, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation can help. Seniors 65 and older ride free on our fixed routes. People with disabilities get discounted shared rides. And if your loved one has medical assistance, their trips to doctors or treatment are covered under the shared ride program. Give them safe, reliable independence and yourself peace of mind. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. Fact, your community, your connection.
Having Hickson Boss Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. This is flu season. Call Hickson Boss at 724-437-2828 and ask about flu shot availability and other vaccines. Free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and dependable, courteous service are Hickson Boss' way of doing business. Hickson Boss Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
Concerned about your heart health? At WVU Medicine, we believe your heart deserves world-class care, close to home and always within reach. Our non-invasive cardiology team uses advanced tests like stress tests and cardiac MRI to diagnose and monitor heart conditions without surgery. Call 877-WVU, the number 4HRT, or visit wvumedicine.org/heart.
Hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member are values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township. Best wishes for a great season from Jason Scott, who would appreciate your vote for Township Supervisor.
Paid for by the candidate.
It's time to play! Live Casino is the entertainment destination for fun every day. Play our slots and table games with non-stop action. Join our exciting monthly promotions and events at the Live Poker Room. Have your next lunch or dinner party at our award-winning restaurants. Get fantastic perks as a Live Rewards member. Come into Live Casino and experience the excitement for yourself. Live Casino, Route 30 at the Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm your host, Russ Rhodes. We're going to continue with the open conversation. Give me a buzz on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. We are brought to you by Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping, Gary's Auto Sales, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Hicks and Baugh's Drugstore, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, and Tireman's Auto Garage. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Is that me?
That's you.
Rich, it's your good friend Rich from Greene County. I haven't called you for a while.
Hey, Rich, how are you?
I enjoy your show.
Thanks, Rich.
Okay, my friend, I enjoy your show.
Thank you.
Two quick comments. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I want to say, your last caller that said the people in this country, in our country, is upside down.
Mm-hmm.
They're not upside down. The people in Washington, D.C. are upside down. And as far as they want to try to pass a bill to pay federal workers and military, that's great, but that's not the deal. It should not be done that way. That needs to be that the federal government, the congressmen, the senators, they should not be paid anything until this is resolved. That budget in D.C. They get it passed, grow up, and be like men, not like kids. The thing is, they have no common sense, but they want to be at the center of attention. But just remember one thing. When it comes time to vote, you know how to vote. You know how to vote. I'm not telling you how to vote, but that's what you need to do. Mm-hmm. And as far as illegal immigrants, if they don't belong in this country, I'm sorry. They don't belong in this country. It's time to treat America first, not the other people and all the other countries, and worry about all their problems and trying to help them. We need to help ourselves. And one way to start is get off your butts and common sense and get that budget done to pass the thing for America. We should be first and quit acting like little kids. And I enjoy your program and keep up the good work.
All right, Rich. Thanks. Appreciate it.
You're more than welcome.
All right. Bye-bye. Hey, that opens up both lines now, so give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. So, I can't remember. I think it was Pete that brought up, and maybe it was John too. I forget which one of the two. Maybe both. Antifa or ICE agents wearing masks. And due process. Well, let me say this. A lot of the illegal immigrants that have been apprehended so far have had their due process already, have had orders of deportation already created by the courts. They've already been deemed here illegal, and they have to be deported. They've already had their due process. Others will be receiving that due process. As far as American citizens, okay, any American citizen that's truly innocent, I feel for them, and I'm sorry they've gotten caught up in the hassle, and it's being corrected as soon as possible. However, some American citizens are getting arrested for hindering and obstructing federal agents from doing their job. That in itself is a crime. So are some innocents? I won't deny that. Some innocents are getting rounded up, but are being released as soon as things are straightened out. And for that, I am sorry. But the bottom line is we've got people in this country that are here illegally. Their first act upon entering this country is breaking federal immigration laws. That's the bottom line. As far as ICE agents wearing masks, well, they've been doxxed in so many cases and their lives threatened. They like doing what they do. They like their job. Not necessarily the rounding up part, but it is part of the job. Overall, they like their job. They want to keep their job. But they're wearing masks to protect their identity. It's illegal, as well, I might add, to publicize a law enforcement officer's address and phone number. It's illegal. Not just federal agents, but your local police as well, your state police, county police. It's illegal. Now, I find it interesting. There is a gentleman by the name of Mark Bray. Mark Bray is a professor at Rutgers University in New Jersey. One of the things that he is known for is he's a history professor, and he wrote a book entitled Antifa, the Anti-Fascist Handbook. And he said some things about Charlie Kirk. He's made comments about ICE agents. He has recently taken his family out of the country and moved to Spain. And he's doing his college classes via remote. The reason being as to why he moved is because of threats to him and his family. I am not by any stretch of the imagination condoning the threats. They're wrong. I don't care who makes the threats. I don't care who is receiving the threats. It is wrong. But and by the way, in his book, Antifa, the Anti-Fascist Handbook, he fully supports doxing ICE agents. One of the reasons he's moved because of the threats he's getting is because, guess what? He was doxed. His information, his home address, his phone number, his other contact information was made public. So, fortunately for Mr. Bray, he's able to move out of the country if he feels threatened and is still receiving a paycheck from Rutgers University. ICE agents don't have that luxury. They can't do their job by way of FaceTime. So I just wanted to point out the differences there. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yes, Russ.
Yes, James.
Very interesting program here you got going on today.
Thanks.
Hey, wanted to touch base with you yesterday. Watched 60 Minutes. Did you catch any of that?
I've just caught little clips of it here and there.
Okay, well, it reaffirms what I've brought up for a while about Gaza, that this is a business deal. Because even on your high 2:00 news, it mentioned Jared Kushner and the other person, I think is Whitsett or something,
yeah,
that are working together on this deal. And this deal was put together with them involved, and they're over there right now. They're the ones. There's no cabinet members, nothing. This is Donald Trump's son-in-law, and this person, they are real estate gurus helping companies make billions of dollars.
Mr. I think it's Wyckoff is part of the administration.
I didn't think so. I thought they were both.
He's the Middle East envoy.
Okay, so they're over there, but they have both worked. This is what 60 Minutes is saying, that they have both worked and profited from companies and countries, Saudi Arabia, Qatar. They have made buku money at, because Leslie Stahl even asked the one, well, you're going to make money. He says, oh, no, I'm out of this. But he had no answer when she said, well, your family's still in it. So they're making money before this even happened over there. So they're called in to help them broker this deal. But let's. Well,
I mean, so part of what I did here, or read, James, is, and I got to agree with this. He has, and we'll use both gentlemen. Apparently, because of past deals, he has a relationship. There is a trust there to begin with.
You're right. Keep going.
And that goes a long way in negotiations and coming to a deal that has the potential to bring, finally, peace to that area.
Okay, now, and you said it with your own words. He had dealings with Qatar and dealings with those people entangled with Hamas. So this is a person that made money, and he didn't care about the characters he sat down with and made money with. That's how he got into these dealings. So you're dealing with these people. He's over there today. And these are people that I'm shocked at two things that I found out. One, they told Netanyahu to basically mind his P's and Q's and apologize to Qatar, who is, and that's where the terrorists and Hamas is coming out of. That's the first thing. Second thing, they gave thousands of Palestinians back, which is amazing to me because that never happened in history, including those who were labeled as people who caused trouble and as terrorists. They returned them for the 20 hostages. So this deal, to me, isn't a deal that what's best for Israel or what's best for the United States. It's what's best for my wallet and my back pocket. This is what this is all about, and we need to be open-minded to this because this is what's going on. They have deals that they're real estate, and they want to make money on this, Russ. I mean, that's just being honest. The other thing was, you didn't watch any of 60 Minutes.
No, I can't remember the last time I watched a full episode of 60 Minutes.
I did yesterday.
It's been years.
Yeah, I'm with you. I catch certain things that I want to see, but you haven't watched a full episode. But yesterday there was another person on talking about the debate going back and forth about the illegals that were deported to Venezuela, and how the one wasn't even I think he's an M13 is what they're calling it.
Yeah, MS-13.
But he was MS-13, but he wasn't a part of that. That he was in trouble for other things, but he wasn't an MS-13 gang member or any part of a Venezuelan group. But they deported him. Now, and what they were saying was these people, none of these people, they were on a plane on the weekend. They never told the judge the truth. So he never did he never stepped in on how it should have been. So these people were deported over the weekend without going in front of a hearing or in front of a judge. They were just gone. And what you found out during the program was President Trump enacted a policy that hasn't been enacted since World War II, World War I, 1812, somewhere else, where if you have a country, you say that they're an enemy, you can deport them. So this is what he does with Venezuela. He is saying that if you pay attention, he's saying you're at war with Venezuela, right? Isn't that what he said? We're at war. He signed something that he is at war with Venezuela. Therefore, he can deport anybody. He can claim that and deport anybody back to Venezuela. They don't have a day in court. So to me, I'm concerned about that because we're going down a road that that is one of our, I guess, privileges. We always say, well, they're innocent until they're proven guilty. But if you don't even have a day in court, that someday could be you or me. Because it seems to me, even with the John Bolton thing, it seems to me that anybody who says anything that is opposite against this administration, boy, you're either gone or you're brought up on charges. And this is scary times to me, because I never thought I would see this. And I know that Trump has his own social media page, right?
Yeah.
And yesterday they were saying that while the No Kings protest was going on, which I have different feelings about that. If they want to protest. I'm kind of in between. I don't understand some of it either. But hey, that's your free speech. Okay. But what he did on social media, did you hear about this on Trump's social, where it showed him in an airplane dumping feces on the cities that were having the No Kings protests? That to me was absolutely disgusting. I mean, this is what people are saying, and I thought, that can't be. But a friend of mine sent me the information, and yes, it does. It shows him on Truth Social, his media page, doing this. And I mean, that's what he thinks about his American people that are under him, whether they voted for him or not. And that's why I'm saying this administration is not, you would think, and 60 Minutes hit it because the story was the deal makers. And that's exactly what they are. They're the deal makers. To me, this is not an administration that is putting the American people first, but they're making deals. And it's what's best for them and what they feel. I mean, this deal in Gaza, they stand to make billions, not millions, billions from it.
I understand your concerns there. I think it's also, I think there's a little cynicism there, though, James. I do. And then as far as, the dropping on the cities, this is the first I've heard it, so I'm not even going to attempt to comment.
I know. Look it up. Yeah. I couldn't believe it was true either, Russ. Okay. But look it up. This is not AI. This is something that he has been crazy enough to do.
All right.
It's crazy world out there, Russ.
All right, James. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it, but I got to run. Hey, do have to take a quick little break, but both lines are now open. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
It's Truck Month at Thurby's Riverside Ford. We've got the deals and the inventory. Get a new 2025 Ford F-150 4x4 with 3.9% financing for 72 months, plus $2,250 in factory incentives. How about a new 2025 Super Duty with $3,500 in factory rebates or 3.9% financing for 60 months? Oh, it's Truck Month for sure. And it's SUV season here as well. All new 2025 Ford Explorers come with 3.9% financing and a $1,500 factory rebate. Let's talk about the new 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend all-wheel drive. Lease for $399 per month for 36 months and 10,500 miles per year. Ford financing required, tax and license extra, first payment due on lease, no security deposit required. Offer ends October 31st, 2025. Thurby's Riverside Ford, your presidential award-winning dealer, 1 mile past the casino at Nemacolin.
Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility combined with our personalized approach is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borges.
Your local station, WMBS.
And welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation. We've got 2 open lines, 724-438-4593. All right. So I had to go looking for James's story about this video, and I found it on NBCnews.com. By the way, and this was AI generated and not by the president or his team. It is a 19-second video, and this is coming from the NBC News. It features Donald Trump wearing a crown in a fighter jet labeled King Trump. He did post it to his Truth Social, so it came from another source. He just forwarded it through his social media platform. So to me, okay, questionable as to whether you want to do that, but clearly it's satirical, satire, going after, or commenting on the no kings aspect of the events. So Donald Trump did not create it. Again, it was AI generated. And so just wanted to bring that out. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yes.
Has everything blown over?
As far as what, Mark?
As far as everything, I've been listening for the whole hour and a half.
I'm sure it hasn't. No, I'm sure it hasn't.
Okay, because you said both lines were open. I thought maybe everything's blown over.
Maybe.
Thought you might. Yeah, I thought maybe like a little lighter side from Mark from Republic, like Ron Berry from Brownsville. Yeah. I rolled out. Okay, I rolled out of bed about 6:05 this morning. I had to do a few things today. And I got to stop to get a copy of our daily rag. That's what I call the Herald Standard.
Yes.
No offense.
Yeah. Yesterday's news tomorrow.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. And I drove out to the chuck wagon. Because I stopped the paper and I go to the chuck wagon, and I look at it. And I always leave it there. For people. And the first person I give it to is a fellow named Willie, Vietnam vet, drafted, went to Vietnam as a Marine, but everybody seems like everybody likes a newspaper. I don't know what it is. Everybody was, because I leave it there because there's no newspaper there, but everybody wants that newspaper. There's something about a newspaper in the morning.
Yeah,
while they're having a coffee.
Yep.
And on my way back, I stop at the Walmart to get the pick up some shopping. But I handed it to Willie, and I said, "Oh my goodness, the biggest news is Penn State lost 23-22." And
4 in a row.
Yeah. Well, you know what gets me is he said something that I didn't realize. He said the biggest news story is that the state of Pennsylvania fired its highest paid employee in James Franklin. I guess that's true, huh?
Yeah. So often, so often the head coach is the highest paid. Person for any college, especially if they're successful.
I never heard. But he's an old guy, and I never heard anybody say that. But darn if it ain't right. But think about it, Russ. The highest paid employee by our state government was a football coach.
Yeah, it makes more than the chancellor or president, although she got a heck of a nice pay raise recently, about a 50% pay raise.
I kind of said, well, where's our priorities at? I mean, whether you're like, football is entertainment. That's all it is.
And it generates income for the university.
So
that's it.
But
and so often football, and in some schools basketball, it generates the money that allows the college or university to fund other sports, to fund lesser sports. To be able to fund the wrestling team, to fund the tennis team. That that they don't get revenue on their own. So but I
mean, Russ, our teachers, our poor teachers who teach reading and math in our state. I mean,
I see your point. Absolutely.
Where's our priorities at? But I guess it's the human drama of athletic competition.
I guess. I guess. And unfortunately, I think to a far lesser extent, obviously.
Yeah.
But you see it in our high schools too.
They're spending money on their high school sport.
There's their teacher salary, and then there's their coach's salary on top of that. They're actually go out and recruit coaches. So far lesser, extent than to what colleges do. But it's still there.
But it seems like what you said about Jared Kushner and the deal in the Middle East, but they real estate and 60 Minutes. So what did somebody once say? Follow the money?
Well, yeah.
Okay, Russ, that's all I got for today.
But you know what? On one hand, I understand. Okay, they got their hand out there, and they're going to be first in line, or their companies. But and it's not to defend them. Okay, it's not to defend, but Gaza is going to have a major rebuild.
Oh, that's for sure. It's going to take decades. It's going to take decades.
And there's not going to be one company that does this. There are going to be dozens and dozens and dozens of other countries that are going or companies that are going to have to be part of the rebuild. And there's not many people or companies, in my opinion, that have the ability to manage all of those pieces. So, if somebody else can do it, great. Give them a chance. Give them the opportunity to bid on it. So
Right.
if it's an open process, okay. If Jared Kushner's or Steve Witkoff's companies come in as lowest, okay, so be it. But as long as it's open and others have the chance, the ability to put in their bids, okay, go for it.
Okay, Russ.
Yeah. All righty.
Yeah. All right. See you later, boss.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Mark. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. You have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, both lines are open. Give me a buzz. No waiting. 724-438-4593. That is the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Other things we can chat about from my talking points at the beginning of the show was, again, the government shutdown. Rich brought that up a little bit in a call not too long ago. We're approaching the start of our fourth week. That'll be Wednesday. The Steelers' loss on Thursday night football. What a disgusting spectacle that was. Again, some more of the No Kings marches. The theft of priceless, the word that's being used is incalculable jewelry. In other words, you can't even put a price on it. That's how valuable these gems were that were stolen in broad daylight Sunday from the Louvre Museum in Paris. So there's that. Also, the New York City mayor's race. We're down to about 3 weeks before Election Day. It's not just New York City. It's all across the country. We've got local elections going on here with township supervisors, school boards, a couple row offices in the county courthouse, the treasurer's office, recorder of deeds. Got judge retention questions in the Commonwealth as a whole. There are 2 governor races in the country, Virginia and New Jersey, that people are looking at. And then, of course, the mayor's race, as I mentioned, in New York City, where socialist Zoran Mondani, right now in a 3-person race, is leading Andrew Cuomo 43% to almost 29%. Curtis Sliwa, the founder of Guardian Angels, is coming in at just over 19%. However, if he were to drop out, and a lot of people are urging him to do so, that those numbers do shift, pretty good in Andrew Cuomo's favor. Zoran Mondani still, he increases his lead a little bit to 44.6%, but Andrew Cuomo then comes in at 40.7%. So should Curtis Sliwa drop out of the New York City mayor's race? Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, Russ, it's Ben.
Ben.
How are you?
Good, Ben, yourself.
Not too bad. Hey, listen, I was on the phone with clients and online and stuff, so I didn't get to hear a lot of the show, but here, I just turned you on not too long ago, and you mentioned about the local elections coming up.
Yeah.
And, a pet peeve of mine has always been, and still is, I guess, that when it comes to primarily the school board candidates, and sometimes even like if, I lived in the city of Uniontown, and city council candidates and stuff like that. Not so much. My primary pet peeve is with the school board candidates. You don't know where they stand on any of the issues. You're asked to go vote for them, and you don't know. You don't know where they stand on the issues, what positions they take.
Right.
What they believe, what they don't believe, what they're going to support, what they're not going to support. You have no idea. And the local newspapers the substandard doesn't really cover it that much. But even if you go on like their personal or political websites or so forth and so on, I mean, you can't really differentiate from one or the other, and that is a little puzzling to me, and that is a little disturbing to me. You know, you're asked to vote for these people that are responsible for levying substantial taxes on you if you happen to be a property owner within the Uniontown School District, for example, and you don't know anything about these people really except, oh, that's a familiar name, and oh yeah, their uncle or their was on the school board before, or they, or this or that or whatever the case may be, and everything. But you have really no idea what their positions are.
Yeah,
and what they stand for.
And it's supposed to be, and I got to be quick because I'm running out of time here.
I understand.
So you have a couple positions where you are allowed to cross-file. Judges, magisterial district judges, and school board. You can cross-file. You can get on the ballot as both a Republican and Democrat in the primaries. And if you get enough votes on each one, you can be you're again on the general ballot twice. But and you don't know then. So in the primary, it's one thing in the general because their party affiliation is still listed, I believe. In the primary, if you're voting Republican, you think that everybody on that ballot is Republican. You may not realize that they can cross-file and actually they're registered Democrat, but they got enough signatures to be on the Republican ticket, and vice versa. Could Democrat?
Yeah, but you know, Russ, Republican or Democrat, it's irregardless. I mean, you still don't know what the individuals that you're supposedly supposed to vote for,
right? But
what their positions are and what they stand for and everything like that.
But what I was getting at, Ben, is if you know a party affiliation, you might get a sense as to if papers aren't going to do their job and vet candidates and interview them and find out what their positions are on certain things. You might be able to get a sense of what their position is based off of their party affiliation.
Well, yeah, if they have that, if they have that type of outlook and attitude, yes, but you don't really know for sure.
No,
you
don't.
I mean, I've been a property owner over the years, at times in Uniontown, and the property taxes, I mean, I'm just getting hammered, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And most of it is from school taxes. When I first bought properties in Uniontown years ago, the highest taxes, if I remember right, were the county taxes. Now the city taxes, and especially the school district taxes, are outrageous, not necessarily compared to the rest of southwestern Pennsylvania, but for Fayette County, they certainly are,
Yes, sir. So, all right. Hey,
and
Ben.
so much of that money just gets peed away and not used constructively, and it just gets, these people that use this tax money, they just, we just got tax money coming in.
Yeah,
we need more. We'll just ask for more, and we'll just spend it. We don't care. There's no responsibility in it.
You're absolutely right, and that's why. People try to be responsible voters. They try to find, and I'm not saying all of them, but there are those that try to get educated. And it's hard to do when
yes, it is.
Yeah, but hey, Ben, I got to run here. I got to get my last break in this. But thank you for your call. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, got to take that quick call or that quick break, and when we come back, well, we might have time for another call or two. 724-438-4593.
One of the most incredible architectural masterpieces in the United States is right here in Fayette County. And this fall is your chance to see the work being done to preserve this national treasure as work continues to fortify Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water. a world-famous work of architecture that's on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Falling Water invites you to Fayette County Appreciation Day on Sunday, November 23rd to see their multi-year historic preservation effort in action, in addition to the always breathtaking home itself. Falling Water is offering free tours for Fayette County residents on Sunday, November 23rd. Book your free tour of Falling Water in advance by calling 724-329-8501. Falling Water's Preservation in Action tours will take place between 9:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. Be sure to make your reservation in advance and don't miss your chance to witness this once-in-a-lifetime preservation tour of Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water.
I'm Aaron Zolbrod, owner and founder of the health insurance store in Connellsville, and I have an important message for those on Medicare. Premiums for Part B, Advantage plans, and supplements are all increasing for 2026. In addition, many people will be faced with higher medical copays and $600 to $1,400 in additional out-of-pocket medication costs next year. Don't panic. You have options, and the health insurance store can compare every competitive Advantage plan and supplement side by side, ensuring that you get the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Since 2008, over 20,000 people have put their trust in the health insurance store to help them navigate the Medicare maze. With all the current and future changes, higher premiums, and out-of-pocket costs, never has it been more important to have an experienced and caring agency looking out and advocating for you. For a no-cost consultation, call the health insurance store at 724-603-3403, 603-3403, or visit us online, www.getyourbestplan.com. GetYourBestPlan.com.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you feeling?
when you see doctors Paul Hartley and Mary Beth Riley, plus nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckart, and Stacy Morris, you get one-on-one personal professional health care serving the area for over 3 decades. If you're looking for a primary care doctor, call Doctors Hartley and Riley at 724-437-1109 or online at ppcp.org. Or
serving number 3,944.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We've got about 2.5 minutes left in today's show, so plenty of time to chat. Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593, whatever you want to chat. I'll tell you what, it is a gorgeous day outside. It really is. Little on the cool side maybe, but it is a beautiful day. I hope you're able to get out there. Other than some rain yesterday in the afternoon and into the evening, it was a wonderful weekend as well, especially Saturday. I saw a great sight on Friday, by the way. I was up in the mountains and came around a bend, and there was a bald eagle right in the middle of the road, chowing down on a dead deer. I know it's not very appetizing, but anyway, it was so cool. And he just kind of looked at me, and I came to a stop. I didn't want to, I just wanted to watch. He finally turned around and looked at me and flew away. It was just so cool. It was just so cool to see. Anyway. But yeah, it was a very nice, and I hope you had a nice weekend as well. So, hey, I'll be back here tomorrow. I got I think I have a guest lined up for a little bit tomorrow. Not sure for how long, but mostly open conversation tomorrow. So, we'll do some more of that when the time comes. Hey, later on tonight here on WMBS, well, we've got a couple NFL football games coming your way. At 7 o'clock, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Detroit Lions, and then we got the Houston Texans at the Seattle Seahawks coming on at 10 o'clock. So that's what's on the horizon here on your hometown station. So hope you stick around for that. What else is going on? Again, we've got elections coming up in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Today is the last day to go and register to vote, so not too late. Got to head downtown probably to the Fayette County building, the Gallatin building there to register if you have not done so and want to vote, you need to. So while you still have time. So we'll start talking about the local elections here in the next week or so, just to see how things are going. In the meantime, CBS News is next, news from around the world, around the country, and then TJ's in here with the local news, sports, and weather. And this is WMBS Uniontown. It is 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. President Trump's envoys are in Israel after a violent weekend in Gaza threatened his peace plan. Today at the White House, he warned Hamas.
They got very rambunctious and they did things that they shouldn't be doing. And if they keep doing it, then we're going to go in and straighten it out, and it'll happen very quickly and pretty violently, unfortunately.
BBC correspondent Frank Gardner.
U.S. pressure is absolutely key to keeping this ceasefire deal on track. Without the U.S., it's really almost certainly going to fall apart.